Welcome to another Team Solemn Circus live duel. Today on the left side, we have a Tearlament Spright player, as well on the right we have Tri-Brigade Lurelust Bird Up, as you guys know it. Before we dive in, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. It helps the channel out a lot. We're going to see some high rolls here, and well, let's dive in. So let's going to see Tri-Brigade start off here. We're in normal summon a kit, asking the opponent if they know what the effects of these monsters are. He's a returning player to the game after not playing for a bit, so these are kind of new cards. So it's going to be a little bit slow. We're going to explain what the Tri-Brigades do. How they all have the same effect on the field, where they can chip banish for cost to summon a Tri-Beast from the extra deck. And then we explain what Kit does when it's sent to graveyard, as well as Nerval, Fractal, and then Circus, the extender of the deck. I believe in clarity here, so we're going to link it away into the Mirage, and then we're going to activate the Kit effect here. You want to make sure that your opponent knows exactly what you're doing so that they're very, very clear about it. He's going to pick up Mirage because, he hasn't seen it. I think he quit right before Pendulums, I believe. We're going to send Nerval, and then we're going to explain Nerval once again. Nerval's going to be able to add. He's going to let that go through, and we're going to add the Circus, and we're going to explain Circus and let him read it as well as being the extender of the deck. They're going to activate the Circus effect, getting rid of the Lurelust Brown Bird. They're going to activate explain how it's not a quick effect or an on-summon effect. It's just an effect that can activate, so we're going to activate it, and then he's going to set it's fine. We're going to summon out a Bear Brum here and explain it. As you can see, the put on the bottom, expression of the hand, putting back that trap, and it looks like here we're not in the best place. I don't know why we don't link away into the Farajit personally to get that trap on field. We would be locked into Tri-Brigades. And here we're going to activate the effect of Yellow Canary, summoning out the Brown Bird and then activating its effect. But now we're locked into XYZ materials. XYZing, so we're not in the best position. If we were playing the Spright build, we could overlay. But definitely not the smartest. You're going to add a DD Crow. And a Nerval there with the effect. Not the best board, but we'll start off by activating Planet. We do have 2 sets. I'm not too sure what they could be. I'm going to see him add the Sharon. Very, very powerful card. He's going to activate the Sharon here, pitching the Angler. This is when we first got the indication that it was. We could have chained the DD Crow on the pitching of Sharon to make that Angler cannot resolve. But unfortunately we didn't. He's going to activate Scream and then the Angler as well. He's going to summon out 2 Beavers and searching for the Solik. So I believe he has 4 unknown cards in hand. Especially the 3rd blue. So now we can see that he fully has a full package of blue. So we can safely assume that he's playing a heavy package of Sprites. So we see a Jet. So now we know he plays Angler, at least 2 Beavers, and 3 blues. And we now know he has a Jet. So it looks like he's pretty much playing, I just safely assume, pretty much like full Spright and then a little bit of Tear. The link away into the best card of 2022, which is Spright Elf. So note the Jet, activating Jet effect. Searching for these Smashers here. Which is pretty normal. If you would have searched for a starter there, we could have been like, okay, so he is playing like a lot of Sprites. He could just be playing 3 blue, 1 Jet, because blue can search it, but that'd be a little bit odd. I want to see Gigantic summoned. Going for Toad here. sending swaps. We're going to send swap, and we're going to see elf summon. We're going to toad, or we're going to, I guess not toad that, we're going to DD Crow the swap frog. Makes you wonder, maybe he's just not playing the Ishizu stuff. Maybe he doesn't have any of the Ishizu stuff. I think we see a red and a Pixies in hand as well there. We do. So he summons out red and he summons out Pixies. Going to attack, then we're going to activate the effect of the Bear Brum. Searching for the trap, and we just say you should just read this card. There's no point of us explaining it. This card's just absolutely insane. One of my favorite cards. It's funny how I like the cards that I like decks that you play them. They're very, very fair. Tri Brigade's very, very fair. Sprite's very, very fair, but they have insane trap cards. Like Revolt and Double Cross are just absolutely insane. But he does have a pretty nice hand on the field. He's going to set 3 cards. And then we're going to start in standby phase. We're going to activate the Elf effect. It does not look too good for us. We're going to activate the Yellow Canary, targeting the Swallow. He's going to read it. I'm pretty sure if he just red negates this, he has the game. He knows that we most likely have a Revolt in hand, and he'll have the Carrot for next turn, so making sure it is once per turn here. Yeah, he's just going to Carrot negate that. Then we're going to activate Triple Tag Talents there. And we're going to decide to take, but he can just Carrot negate, and then we know he has Smasher, so we can just Smasher our trap card. And that should just be enough for game. Then we're just going to scoop it up there. You know, we knew that we don't have enough. So unfortunately, he takes game 1. But now we're going to go and move on to game 2. Kind of unfortunate with us having, like, I mean, this was our first match of the day. You guys saw the other matches. I think the deck is pretty interesting. I don't think it's a crazy deck. I think it's definitely a good deck. But I don't think it's as powerful as it used to be, and really as good as it used to be. Especially with Tear and Spright. Sprite's just like a more consistent and upped version of the Tri-Brigade stuff. Like, Bird Call is still insane of a card, and like we do have stuff that are like just very, very good cards, but unfortunately it's not completely enough. So we're going to start again. We're going to normal summon a Nerval, link it away for a Mirage. Not the greatest play. You'd rather start with a Fractal there, but we're going to search for a Karis. They're going to activate the Circus effect, sending another Nerval. The opening double Nerval is so trash. Activating the effect, banishing for 2. Don't say we summon a DDL here. Summoning out a DDL double Dragon Lords. And passing, not great at all. We set 2 cards. Can we at least hope one of them is Revolt? Can attempt to special summon Scream here by pitching the Medora. So he is playing the tier, and he's going to just activate the Sharon. It's going to mill 3. Was that a Dimension Fissure we saw? Can activate the effect. We're going to attempt to DD Crow. And he's going to resolve, so we're DD Crowing that Havness. Attempt to normal summon the red. We're going to activate the effect of Double Dragon Lords here. Sending the Circus. Why would we not send the Almirage? To bounce the Scream back to hand. Not the Sharon. So it will not get a chance to resolve there. He can just play it again. And it can't activate again this turn, but he would be able to, when he normal summon a card. Not very smart. We should have sent the Almirage, the Double Dragon Lord, so he would have to attack. Red's not strong enough to attack into the what's it called? The Circus, so we wouldn't have to worry about it attacking into our DDL there. Here, we're going to activate the Revolt. It's going to chain Medora here. Putting back a Smashers. And then 2 of our monsters. Which will prevent us from making the Shurag, which is very, very good. We're going to make a Baron Blossom, and then we're going to activate the effect of Nerval there. To attempt to try to go for the... he's going to Ash us on that. So we get no other Tri-Brigades in hand. So we're working with whatever we got here. And then Sharon's going to attack into the Double Dragon Lords. Just going to pass there. So here, we're going to enter battle phase and attack with the Bear Blossom and then pass. We didn't even set a trap card, so we can safely assume it's not a Revolt. It's going to enter battle phase and attack. We can't activate the effect, so it's not going to be able to shuffle back. We're not going to be able to add. It's going to set 1 and pass. Then we're going to read Scream. We're going to activate Revolt, which is why we didn't attack into it. They're going to link 4 into the Omen. Activate the effect, Chainlink 1 and Chainlink 2 Nerval. He's going to read Omen. He's going to Imperm it. And then we're going to see Scream activate. Unfortunately, it is off camera. I believe he does whiff. Then we get to add here, but there's nothing really we can do, I guess. We can normal summon. Oh, so he hit a Merly. He's going to make a Kit. Then we're going to imperm the kit so he does not get the chance to add. We're trying to, like, that's the problem with Tri Brigade, is you want him to be on the least amount of resources, and there's so many cards that have insane amount of resources there. He's going to activate the Solik to try to avoid the imperm, but unfortunately he can't negate a negated monster. He can't attempt to negate a monster that's already negated, and since he already negated the he can't. So here we're going to special summon out the Circus, and then for some reason we banish 2 for cost, and we just play the Gentleman's Game and pretend that we did not know that it was there. Then we're going to see some mills here. We see a Keldo, we see starter, blue, and I don't want to know what kind of ratios these are, to be honest. I feel like he must whiff a lot. We're going to enter battle phase, attacking for 42, and then we're going to link those away into the Farigite, the Bunny Milf, as I like to call her. Then we're going to activate the effect of Omen to be able to add a level 2 monster. And since we already activated the Circus effect, we have to add Kit here, or maybe the Nervball, but Nervball effects is already activated as well, so you want to keep as much cards in your graveyard as possible, but add the kit. Another thing, like if we were playing the Spright stuff as well, or a little tiny Spright package, we could make Gigantic after we do this. Here he's going to activate the Keldo, and part of the reason why you want to be able to do that stuff is you want to be able to banish. You want to be able to have the most cards in graveyard possible. Here we still have 2, so we can banish them and grab that double Dragon Lords most likely. But we've already banished it, so we should definitely not banish that. That card should always be in graveyard. We're gonna add back the useless Bearbrum, fortunately. I'm going to link those 2 away for a Rugal. Looking back, I definitely would have cut that. I would have played this so much differently. These are definitely not some great stuff. We're going to activate the Kit effect, dumping the Fractal, because there's no reason not to. He's playing with the Shufflers, so we want to have as many as we can. And he's going to scoop it up there. His card must not have been a good one, knowing that we had enough on board for game. Simply going to pass. Very interesting that we see how Tri-Spright, I went 2-2 that weekend. I did not make the top cut, so unfortunately I didn't get to play it out. But one of my buddies played actually in the 3v3 with the deck. He was playing more of a bird variant than a Tri variant. But his team did quite well. I think he was going. I think he went 3-1, and then lost the first match top cut. So I guess he went 4-2 or 3-2. We're going to see Tears most likely going to go first here. Getting back into the duel. We do see a Pixies in hand as well. It must be a huge Spright engine. I wonder what the Tears give you with the deck. Maybe he just wants to play the Tear stuff because they're just so powerful. We're going to see a normal summon of a Swap Frog. Sending a Swap Frog. Special summon out a red. Special summon out the Pixies. So you can just link those 2 off and to make the Elf, which is going to do. And he's going to activate the effect, targeting the Swap Frog. And we're going to end that man today. We're going to hit the swap. He still has Gigantic, so it's not that bad. Does he have another extender to make Gigantic, though? Nope, he's going to use the Elf. Okay. And now it works. And we're going to Ash that. Try Spright was the Try was the first Spright variation. Then we remind him that it does not detach for cost. So we fix that error there, and then we draw off return. We're going to have to put Fractal off the top here. I'm explaining to him that what it sends. Here he could chain... well, he shouldn't chain the Kelbeck because we aren't sending cards and we have no special summon monsters. So I'm going to send Kit. Kit effect's going to activate. And we are in a very, very good spot. He wasted 3 cards in his hand, as well as an elf to make this. It is a 32 body, so it's pretty big, but we do have 4 in graveyard, so we're able to make the Sure Egg and just banish it off the top. We're going to special summon the Circus here by sending, and that was a horrible play because now we're opening up all of our stuff to stuff like this. Kelbeck. Activate the effect. I actually don't think that's illegal because we sent it for cost. It could be, but I'm not too sure. We're going to end up normal summoning Nerval. Then we're going to activate the effect, banishing 2. He's going to chain the Havness. He's going to hit an Angler here. So here he's going to be able to summon out 2 Beavers in defense position. They're going to activate the effect of Ferrigi to special summon out the Circus. We can activate the Circus effect, banishing 2 for cost, getting out the Bear Brum. Getting double Dragon Lords, that could do it as well. Then we could link link those 4 actually. We have the Ferrigit, the Nerval, as well as the Circus into a Sure Egg. Then we could just activate banish under battle phase, attacking into the little guys. And maybe we're gonna do that afterwards. That makes sense. I'm going to an Appaloosa. Okay. I guess we're trying to get the most bang for our buck. Definitely worth going to battle phase to attack. We're going to set 1 card and pass. And here we could activate the effect of Double Dragon Lords in the standby phase to bounce back the... looks like what we're going to be doing here. Sending it in the standby phase to bounce back the Gigantic. And if that's on another Halfness in hand, we're in a pretty good game state. Unless it's the Call by the Grave. Can activate these Smashers. Banishing, that makes sense, trying to get rid of that. It doesn't do anything. But here we're going to activate Revolt because, it does not target, so we could get very unfortunate here. We're going to Reborn back. Four, leaving 1 in the banish zone, so we can actually add if the Omen gets sent to graveyard. The goal here is to protect the... the goal doesn't really matter, to be honest. He's going to get rid of his own Gigantic, and then he's going to be left with a Halfness on field, and that's going to be it. So he's going to get rid of the Sure Egg, because Sure Egg will be able to banish that Halfness, and he'll have nothing. And here we are left with an Appaloosa, but we do get to get add off the Nerval that we sent. So it's going to simply turn it to defense position and pass. We're going to activate Bird Call here. Probably adding the Yellow Bird to hand. Yep. We're going to normal summon the Fractal. Activating the Fractal effect, banishing 4 for cost. And I think we just sealed the deal. Summoning with the Sure Egg. Sure Egg effect's going to banish. And then we have enough on game. We could also activate the fractal effect to send the brown bird. Then we can activate yellow bird. We're just going to enter battle phase. What are we doing? And just passing. We had enough for game, but he draws a carrot and scoops it up anyways. So we saw with the unlucky mills of Tear Spright that bird up can take the duel. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and well, we'll see you in the next one.